generations, it made sense for education to be institutionally based. Schools and universities were the hubs of.
Actually, Mr. Brown's video is very essential for educators because most of the educators around the world are now trying to change in from institutional based education to online based education. In this sense, Brown's clearly mentioned in past education was central to schools or universities. It is totally accurate because myself is a good example for that. I personally know my education was limited to the classroom or library information. It is very difficult to get up to date information. If we go beyond the classroom, we have to spend more money. Mr. Browns also point out the increase in value of information. Actually, this increase in value of information lead to end of the institutional based education. I also agreed with that point because if organization fail to adapt the information age, definitely it will be rejected by the current digital generation of the world.
The monetary value of information is fast approaching zero.
Mr. Browns is talking about the monetary value of the information. Once he stated that the monetary value of the information are zero due to internet. Actually, I partially agreed with that point because some of the information are freely available, such as curriculum information, research papers, or information about courses, actually which are very important for educators. But on the other hand, there are some other valuable information are not freely available. For example, most of the universities, leading universities around the world are conducted online courses. But a student can receive information only after registration. That means they have to pay money. If they want to make contact with the expert person of that university, then they want to pay money. Another reason is today transaction through the credit card or debit card are very popular among the internet users. Actually, increase in transaction through the debit card or credit card means again we have to pay money for information. But Mr. Brown say the monetary value of the information becomes zero. It is surprise. It is amazing that statement.
Of kingdoms, areas had one supreme ruler who was the only person with complete access to information. Needless.
Mr. Brown's talk about the information restriction in the kingdom age. He clearly mentioned that there was a class structure. There is a huge gap between wealthier and poorer people. But Mr. Brown's thing is the same. That my point is even today, according to my example, which I explained earlier, only the wealthier person can access to valuable information.
This is the revolution I'm talking about. And
Mr. Brown says remembering facts is not longer valid because of again freely available information. But I don't agree with this point because as a human being, we must have higher memorized capacity, actually which should lead to improve our critical thinking. What happen if we allow this to free information? In future, it will cost to generate people who use calculators to add two numbers. Actually, because of this situation, we have to rethink about the revolution which Mr. Brown talked about.